Hello Scorpio, kia ora koutou katoa. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Lesley Ormsby and I'm a psychic medium, a healer, a teacher and of spiritual and mystical things and so much more. And I also do these readings using a variety of oracle cards and tarot cards. Today I'm using the tarot, my trusty deck, if you know who I am, and you followed me rather, and you know who I am now. So and the Sacred Earth Oracle deck. So I'm just using those two decks today, possibly another one, but I don't feel like I am. So anyway, welcome to my YouTube channel, Scorpio. So I just want to say thank you to all of you who have subscribed to my YouTube channel and liked and followed me on my Facebook page. So and I just take this opportunity to invite those of you who haven't done that and to do that now or at the end of the video, of course. I don't want to be too pushy, okay? So anyway, so if you could do that now, that would be awesome, while I remember to share that with you. Also, I just want to let you know that I am available for bookings, to take bookings for readings and or healing, and or any sort of coaching, like on the spiritual sort of life sort of coaching, in the way guidance, that I do it. Okay, so I was going to say something else, but anyway, they're just like moving me along, not shoving me. But I was going to say shoving, but some of you may be feeling a little bit shoved along or moved along, shuffled along at the moment, or you may be feeling like you need to shuffle along a little bit. And some of you actually might be shuffling others along a bit in order to keep some sort of rhythm or momentum going in your world, in the way that you feel that you would like it to move for you. I feel, of course, however, I'm feeling this is more directed back to you, whether it's you like shuffling others on or whatever, but it's more coming back to you and how, like they mentioned about how you would like to see it and feel it going for you. So it's like this really, because they just kind of like repeating themselves again, but saying it in a slightly different way. It really does come back to you. Okay, so and you will hear and see me, and may probably notice me like referring to like myself as well, like I am, but it's like more so like I am a Scorpio myself. In each sign, sometimes I talk as though I am that sign. So I'm actually a Gemini. So for those of you that don't know, so anyway, that's kind of why you're thinking, some of you may feel, especially if you're new to the channel, oh, she's talking like she's Scorpio herself. Well, I am for this moment while I am doing your video at times. And that kind of, so they're talking about a personality, on saying that personality change, going for you as well. There's something shifting within you. And I'm also just being joined to now mention and remind everybody that these reads are suitable for those of you, if you are Scorpio, when you're watching for Scorpio and it's in your sign of, whether it's in your sun, moon, rising and or Venus sign. So some people, you can be Scorpio in 2 or 3 different signs. And saying that, I know of somebody who is Pisces in, on your sun, moon, rising. So that's pretty intense for them. But so it could be, so check out that if you don't know what your other signs are, then that you connect with, then there is a link in the description box below that has that will take you to a website that has a free calculator, and that will work it out for you, and you can check it out there. So the other thing is that, okay, now where they're going to go with that one. Yeah, so check that out. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. So the other thing is, where they're wanting to go now, is just to remind everybody that these are a general read. So the messages that come through may not resonate with you every week or every month. So maybe that's why they're talking about checking out one of your other signs. So you may get part of it and not all of it. And so hence checking out your other signs, that may be able to fill in the gaps for you and make more sense, or bring it to a more comprehensive reading for you all round. Okay, so this is your weekly for the first week of August in 2020. On saying that, we're nearly through the first week. However, what is today, the 5th of August. So it's Wednesday, the 5th of August, 2020, from here for the next week. Okay. Anyway, till next Wednesday, basically. Could go on a little bit longer. Anyway, so there's something to do with momentum. So I'll just get back on track. So here, carry on. Okay, it's Spirit is saying I'm on track. So there may be something about where you may be feeling you're gone off track, but you're coming back. It's like, and it's there, but there's in this week you may get that feeling also now, and it may be because of the moon, because we've just been hit through, you know, through this new moon, full moon phase at the moment. So here in New Zealand, it was at its peak last night on the 4th. So other parts of the world, it would have been the 3rd, okay, of August. For us over here. So anyway, the 4th of August. So, and we're still in it, of course, at the moment. So there's some sort of shifting, and you might find your momentum might be slowly decreasing rather than increasing. And there may be this wave or this energy. When I say wave, it may be like flowing back and forth, this energy for you, like in that sort of a way. You mean, oh God. And it could mean, it feel like you're on a wave going this way and like on the beach, and then coming back up on the beach, you know, going out to sea and coming back on the beach. So just go with it for a little bit, because I feel like there are things that are in between those two actions with it are helping you to figure out, or giving some more information about what's going on with you, okay, emotionally wise, but also physically wise as well. Anyway, so we're going to go, there's a whole lot of cards. I actually started to do your video, and then I forgot to put it on Do Not Disturb. So there could be something like that with you. Put up your Do Not Disturb sign and put some time away for you as well, so while you're going through this period of time. So anyway, I started again because I did get a phone call, which was really interesting. But then it's like, I feel the point of it was that is the Do Not Disturb, and making sure that you take that some time out for yourself. Okay, Okay, cool. Now, interestingly enough, the first, and so anyway, I started to, that's why I haven't realized you haven't seen me shuffle the cards to, for you, and while I've been talking and explaining things, it's because I've already done that, and that's where I'm going with that. So, and I thought, okay, I was of two minds of whether I continue with this, these cards that came out, and so there may be something about of two minds, whether something, you know, of what you're going to do, what you're going to use, where you're going to go at the moment as well, which is why this energy is like flowing back and forth like that, because you're of two minds. And so it's like, and like waiting for a few more clues, and it could be like this disruption or this distraction may help like slow you, you down a bit, or get you into in this space where you maybe need to stop for a little bit, and to find out these clues, because there is obviously for some of you, that get this message, quite a interesting turning point of transformation and change, because the Death card has come out first. So, and that's definitely about change, transformation. So there's something that you're moving through at the moment. So, and because we do have the next after that is the Emperor, and he's about authority, ambition, and material, stability with it, and how he can make this happen and create it, and find ways to make it happen and do it. So there's something, and then we have the Hierophant. There's some sort of spiritual awakening there. So there's something, a shift in you, in the way that you're thinking, being, doing things, and you're trying to make sense of it, as you're going like through this full moon phase, with the change that's coming, because there's something that's ending. The full moon is, moving into the phases about also something about, it's about something coming to an end and all transformation, but also moving into things and realizing and seeing, the basically the fruits of your labor in the past. And, there's something like that may be showing up for you at the moment. Okay. As you move forward into this new phase, or like for some of you, it's going to be a brand new phase or and for some of you it's going to be the beginning of a or the next phase of something that you're working through. And it's obviously for a lot of you, because the Hierophant's there, and bringing this all together, it's like there's been quite it's been quite a journey, and it's still, you know, and you're going into another, because this Hierophant is about like a search for spiritual meaning. And so there's another phase of that. So something else is coming in. So it's really, really beautiful. But in all within this change and the way that maybe that you're viewing material possessions and things like that, and how you you know, make that happen or accumulate or where are they going? Basically what it means to you, okay? So, and there's a different way, you have a new way of viewing it, or a deeper sense of viewing it now, or being in it, and how you operate and how you think about it, okay? And then in doing that, it's interesting that, you know, there's tension release with the Three of Swords. So I'm feeling that there's, you know, there may be one or two more other people that are involved in this learning around you as well, and so there's something that within this learning there is some sort of tension that is released, and it's like obviously connected to the heart. So you're figuring out something, okay? And then we have the Seven of Cups, which is about daydream. So that's something there with daydreaming and that sort of things that I'm hearing. You know, it's like allowing you, with doing that, it's allowing you to see or see your daydreams. I'm hearing for some of you differently, that it's like it's allowed you, you know, to shuffle it around in the sense is that really what I want to, you know, to do or be or have or blah, blah, blah. And, you know, and maybe it is, and it's just in a different, you just have a different way of viewing how you're going to get there, or accomplish it, achieve it, or acquire it, or whatever it is. So, but it's like, but on saying that, they'd also join me too about, you know, how you know, the action that you take towards getting it. So it's kind of, that's what it's like, yeah, what they're talking about with that one. So, and then we go into like the, you know, the King of Cups, and he is one who both loves and fears, but also the Six of Swords. So there seems to be, you know, which is about a move away from strife. Now those two came out together. So there's something about you maybe overcoming some of those fears about making a commitment with something that you do really love. So it's about, in a way, the King of, you know, Cups is not letting his emotions get in the way. So whether you're a female or a male, you know, energy, it's like, it, you know, the Cups is there. So it may be Scorpio, because I feel obviously this is you, the King of Cups. That's here. It may be that you have been letting your emotions getting in the way of achieving some of these dreams, and your feelings getting away, and rather than, you know, having that balanced about, you know, with your intuition and your creativity and bringing that all together. So it seems also going back to that there may be, you know, there is that, you know, that fear of commitment, you know, going back to this heart here with the Three of Swords, about, you know, your thoughts and you're not being asserting your power in that sense back then, or into that space. Look, it's like even right now, depending on where you are, whether this is in the past for you, or this is something that you're actually like in the distant past that's holding you back, and you may be going through it again, or thinking that you're going through it again, but, you know, maybe it's like you're looking at it differently now, and actually what was your part, and maybe going into that feeling of not letting, you know, seeing now about not letting your emotions and feelings get in the way of something that could be something really beautiful, and making a commitment to something. So I'm feeling it's not just relationships, but this is, you know, with another person. It's could be in all persons, like a romantic one. It could be more something like, you know, it could be something with family as well, or a project. It could be your business, or it could be something that you like with, you know, pertaining to these dreams that you're wanting to achieve. It's like, yeah, there's there's something about moving away from that, okay? Because then we have the Six of Swords here. So it's like you're starting to think a little bit differently, and communicating your ideas and making some decisions about how you're going to, what you're going to do. And it seems to me, like with the Six of Swords, that you're moving away from something that's been holding you back, a way of thinking or being. Okay, because then we have the Lovers, and that's in reverse. So for me, I feel like there's something that you make a decision, because there could be like 3 people in this party, but it's about love and choice and what you choose to do. Now, for some of you, it may be actual relationships with others around you. For others of you, it may be, your commitment to, it may be between a jobs or a partnership in a job or a business or something like that, or a team or a sport or whatever, or a community club that you're in that you may be wanting to, not be non-committal to, and maybe move away. It's not a bad thing. It's not it's not necessarily, a negative thing by walking away. This is about going back to honoring yourself. It may be something that you're stepping away for all the right reasons, and it's about, and you may be like holding off because you're thinking about what other people might be thinking, and that's like, what, it doesn't really matter. This goes back to about you honoring yourself, okay, yourself, and being honest and truthful for yourself, for your reasons why, not for anybody else's reasons, okay? So, and interestingly enough, and I'm just gonna, so there may be something, that's going on there where for you, even though this is in reverse, it's like you are maybe still tossing it up and what you're going to do and making this decision. And but I do feel it's like the choice, because a part of me wants to turn it around, but then a part of me feels like it feels right to be there because you haven't made your mind up yet. But not only that, it's kind of where they're going with that. There's something else they're wanting to bring through. That's like there is, okay, it's like I feel like with this one, even though it's in reverse, that like you do make a decision. Yeah. But then it's like you've kind of, and you make it, there's a decision, but that you will make. That's what I feel like. That's why I'm kind of feeling like I don't want to turn around, because if I turn it feels like, Spirit will give me that feeling that if I turn it up, or if you turn it up that way, it's like you haven't, for some of yous, may not make that decision because there's still that pondering there. But the fact that it's, in reverse, it's showing me that you do make a decision, and it's like, yep, no, I'm ready to move. So it's like, cross that out. Put that in reverse. It's it's there. So I need to make the decision. I'm going to make it, and it's like, yep, okay. And this is where they're going back to. It's like your choice, basically, the Hanged Man, and and why they're saying this is about honoring you, because this is about the Hanged Man is there's a what I'm hearing is about, well, the theme about it is sacrifice of choice, but I don't feel like there is like a sacrifice or something, in that sense. And you may be feeling like, well, am I sacrificing something or am I not? So there may be a little bit of questioning around that, but there's a choice. And you choose to go one way. And like they're saying, this is not about what other people think. It's about what you think, and about what you feel is right for you. And coming from the highest consciousness of you, you're going to make this decision, whichever way, whatever it is for you. And because they're saying like it's like the Hanged Man there, and I'm being drawn to his head, and the fact that the Hanged Man is hanging from his foot. So it's the feet, the foot, the right foot for me, and it's his right foot. So the right foot for me is, meaning is like that's to do with physical, the movement, and it's like his hands are tied behind his back, but they don't look like they're secured behind his back, so he can quite easily get around it, would let himself free. But also he's hanging upside down, so there's like looking at it from a different angle or a different view, and thinking about it, because there's a lot of energy, like white energy around his head as well, so he's thinking about it, and so this is about for you, okay, to make your decision and coming from the place, and it's your choice. They're just saying, it is your choice. Okay, so moving on from that, it's like for some reason there's, you know, there's the Six of Wands come out. So some energy starts to move where you're able to feel like you can make some movement towards, you know, it may be something that you, because this is about, the Six is about public acclaim. Six of Wands is, the theme is about a public acclaim and success. So it may be something that you feel like for you is a great achievement, and a great achievement for you. And then the other cards of that is like Lover. Okay, so the Knight of Cups comes through. And then we have the Tower, okay, as well. So there's something, you know, there's something like you, it's like you make it known because there's a new love that's coming, but it's a way, like you make it known like publicly, and it could be when you publicly, doesn't mean to say like right out there on Facebook or something, but you may announce something about, you know, about a choice that you've been, you know, working on or, you know, processing to family or something like that, and friends. And it breaks down like some, you know, because the Tower is there as well. So there's, you know, it's about, the Tower is about, you know, demolishing the old way, you know, an old way of thinking and being, you know, for a new way of thinking and being. So, which goes right back to the beginning. So there's definitely the spiritual awakening there, and that's happening this week, and possibly, you know, throughout this month as well. Even though this is a weekly one, it could, you know, this whole theme that this, and interesting, we have the Moon, and it's in reverse, come out in reverse. So it's kind of, which has brought things out. So there's fluctuation and confusion with that the Moon brings. So, and it will probably, and you're probably thinking, yep, that's so right. But it's not, it's about taking notice. I'm hearing that with the Moon coming out, about what is going on with you, and you're with, you know, emotionally. So there may be some energy that may be knocking you around a bit, and so we're trying to figure out what the heck is going on with you. So I'm going to turn that up the right way as well. So about studying about and figuring out what your, you know, with this fluctuation and confusion of emotions and feelings, which is what the moon cycles do as you go through each month, and as well as the planets that line up with it. So there's something about that, is looking into that and maybe getting a little bit more of an understanding around how the moon cycle affects you. And interesting, I was wanting to say effects. Okay. So there may be some effects as well from that. Interesting. As well as effects. So there's something, yeah, I'm just asking them about this Knight of Cups and the Tower and that. Oh, actually, I know what. So let me go. And okay. So the moon, with this moon energy, I feel like it has brought up some more confusion and, you know, and wondering what the hell is going on with you. So they're talking about like going that little bit deeper. Oh my gosh, influence. Okay, so basically it's looking, what I feel like, because this card here has just popped up and I pulled it out. It got stuck, was sticking out, so I pulled out an influence. So it's like looking at, you know, how the moon influences you, the energy, or how energy influences you as you make your decisions, and, you know, and wanting to, and as you move, you know, through life. And then patterns. So it's noticing the patterns that have, you know, been through your life, you know, that and emotionally, and, you know, and how you feel, and make your decisions and things like that. So there's that sort of thing. And then efficiency. So I feel like this efficiency comes through as, you know, as part of the message, in the sense, you know, everything that you are learning in the next week or so is like, I don't know, it's taking note of what's going on and how it can make you and assist you in being more efficient throughout your life, you know, throughout your week, throughout your day, just so you can, you know, keep on an even keel emotionally, you know, emotionally, basically, and with your feelings, and you know, with the way you're thinking, through some of the, and as you are making decisions, and asserting your power, okay, and communicating your ideas, okay. That's where they're going with that, okay. So they're going back to this, that some of yous may be getting engaged, or some of yous may be getting married, and you may like skip the whole, you might skip the whole engagement thing and just say, right, we're getting married. Or you may be already engaged and you're just going to go and elope, and it's like, okay, and then you announce it after that. So it's kind of like, but it's like, this is totally honoring you. But I feel the theme is like, for this week, there's something going on with your spiritual journey, a new way of being, thinking comes up, or an idea that comes up, and it like really, like, you know, empowers you, and it brings out something in you that you've already known, but you just haven't been able to put your finger on. Okay, so there's something about making some headway with making some decisions. There seems to be quite a few in how you attain these, your dreams. Okay, because I feel like some of you maybe have tucked them away, and some of you hit me and maybe like reorganizing them, or updating them, you know, and shuffling them around a bit and rethinking them in that sort of sense. Cool. So there's a lot going on there. So I hope this makes sense to at least some of you in there. So I'm pretty sure it will, on saying that. I know it will. But it's kind of like, there's a lot going on in there. So, and like I say, just take what you, what resonates with you, and feel, you know, obviously the picture may not fully relate to you, but just feel free to shift it and move it, but not make it fit into how it, in whatever aspect it is, may flow into your, what is going on with you in your life. Okay, anyway, I'm going to leave it there with you, Scorpio, with lots of love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement, and adventure from myself and my spiritual team. We wish you all the amazing best, of course, and we shall see you next week on Wednesday. Okay, bye for now.